Okay, my name is Laurent, and I'm here to talk to you about. I was going to talk to you about the holographic nature of reality, but pretty much what I want to get across to you is I want a demonstration. A long time ago, there was a chemistry professor where I went to school. His name was Dr. Humphreys, and everyone agreed that he was the best chemistry professor because he did nothing but demonstrations. And people who were assigned to other professors stopped going to see the regular professor and would go and see Dr. Humphreys because he would do nothing but demonstrations, like real chemistry, and that's how it entertained people and it helped them learn. The other professors, incredibly boring, and it just didn't have any props. There was nothing artistic about their presentation, and they were flops as professors. So, how are we going to make a demonstration for you of what I want to show you? What I really want to do is put on a tuxedo, have a top hat, and pretend this is a top hat. I'm going to give a black hat here. This is my black hat, okay? And I'm going to take my black hat and then I'm going to take it off and I'm going to show you. Well, it's not there. But what I really want to show you is a white rabbit. It's not there, but that's the demonstration I want to show you. Where did my white rabbit go? Well, in Alice in Wonderland, the white rabbit disappeared down a rabbit hole. And that's usually used as an introduction by, it's very corny, it's way overused. Let's go down a rabbit hole. I'm so sick of this. You know, rabbit holes. In the movie The Secret, which was 20 years ago, they talked about this rabbit hole. They tried to get these ideas across, and they used the movie and they used like computer generated animations and to try and get it across, but it's not going to be the same as if I went like this and there was a white rabbit there in my hat. The reason why the universe is not going to give me a white rabbit out of my black hat is it doesn't want to perform for us tonight. It wants us to pretend that we saw a white rabbit in, my black hat right there, a little white rabbit, and a little rabbit is there. The reason I want to have demonstrations like this, magic demonstrations, is so that I can help to show people that we are not stuck in. This is Greg Braden's book, The Divine Matrix. I'm on page 24 here, okay? And up here, 24, 1687, Newtonian physics. This is where I think most humans are. They're stuck in 1687 Newtonian physics. It's billiard ball physics. Everyone plays pool. You know how billiard balls work. You apply a force and the ball rolls in the direction of the force you applied. That's the way people still think our world works. It's 1687. It's old physics. Does it still work? Well, if you go play pool, it generally works. Where can we go with this? 1970. String theory physics. Why do we bother with string theory physics? Because no one learns it, no one understands it, and what's the point of it? Physicists, they're not satisfied with 1687 Newtonian billiard ball physics, and they're not even satisfied with 1900 quantum physics. Matter exists as probabilities and tendencies rather than absolute things. Reality may not be so real or so solid after all. That was 1900, 120 years ago. And then we've got this other idea that Greg Braden in this book is talking about. Somehow he wants to have a theory, and there has been some talk of this theory, maybe not by official physicists, of the holographic nature of things. How are you going to prove it holographic? How are you going to prove any of these things? It's easy to do 1687 Newtonian physics, you know. Well, it's more difficult these days because, unless you got a pool table in your basement. My whole point is I'm trying to help people. And at the current time, I'm still in a quarantine situation where I live. It's the beginning of June 2020. And today, I saw somebody on my Facebook feed say, okay, there's 2 Petri dishes. And I'm just going to cough into one Petri dish, and then I'm going to put a mask on and cough into the other one. And lo and behold, after a few days, the one that I coughed into without a mask has got a bunch of stuff growing in it. And the one that I coughed into wearing a mask doesn't have anything growing in it. This is the kind of people that I want to go and pull a hat out of my bunny for, or pull a hat off my head for, like, here, I'm panhandling, give me some money. The reason why is, what's the point of putting that particular picture up on your Facebook? Because we're talking about bacteria. Bacteria grow on agar. Agar is what you have on the Petri dish. Bacteria. So you showed that wearing a mask can help stop the transmission of bacteria. Why put that there? We're talking about a virus. People don't seem to still understand the difference between bacteria and viruses. Why? You were taught this in science in high school. I guess you flunked it, and somehow you got passed. Somebody said, you're too dumb. I'm just going to pass you. You'll need to get out of my high school. The better example was something I saw yesterday. It wasn't really a picture, but it was a word description, and it said, you wear underwear and jeans. You fart. Everyone around you at the table can smell your fart. That's the way viruses are. They're way smaller than bacteria. And then I still get people thinking, well, maybe that's true, but if I got a mask and I cough and the viruses are in my saliva, then the mask is going to catch them. I don't know how to tell you anything more than, what's the issue with it? Well, true. If you've got little miniature droplets of saliva with viruses in them, looks like your mask is going to help you. But you didn't address my fart. One of those little blue masks is not going to stop a fart. Everyone's still going to go put on the little blue masks, and then just like, seriously, this is how stupid you people are. You people are so stupid. You took this in high school, and you want to vote. You know, I'm over 18 years of age. I deserve to vote. I'm saying there's something wrong with our system where it's based upon age. It needs to be based upon you passed high school. You got your high school diploma. And maybe if you're 12 years old and you're smart, you passed high school when you were 12, you get to vote. It shouldn't be based on age. It should be based upon intelligence, basic intelligence. You've been educated. And you know, if you took physics in high school, at least in my high school, were there some people that slipped through? Some people got, maybe they did. Maybe it was possible to get through high school at some kind of a college where they don't teach you any physics. Do they exist? I bet you they do. I bet you they do. Someone's going to say, well, maybe I'm not book smart, but I'm street smart and I want to have a vote. Because, you know, I have to pay taxes regardless. And then my sister had in English media studies. I went to the same high school. I never got this course in media studies. It was a different teacher, different English. But she got media studies. And she didn't get it. I mean, apparently she passed the course. I didn't take this media studies course, and I know all about media. How'd this happen? The course must have been poor. But if I was teaching a course in media studies, I would teach about propaganda. I would teach about P.T. Barnum, who was the great salesman for the Barnum and Bailey Circus. I would teach about advertising, and probably what we would do is watch the first couple of episodes of Mad Men. There's a lot of things that need to be taught to people. People always complain, why didn't they teach budgeting? Why didn't they teach about how credit works, credit bureaus? Why don't they teach about defenses against the dark arts? They taught that at Hogwarts School of Wizarding. What are the dark arts? Salesmanship. I mean, people that are in sales are taught to upsell. They're taught about all kinds of ways of making a sale. But there should be, you know, a split course. Half of the course is how to sell, and the other half of the course is defenses against people who's trying to sell you stuff. So I'm going back to the year 1900. Max Planck. Experiments on the quantum level show that matter exists as probabilities and tendencies rather than absolute things, suggesting that reality may not be so real or solid after all. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share.